you say you gained 60 pounds of water on a car ride here because you're sitting up? That's not reality. Do you have a medical degree I don't know about? Seriously? You telling me if you were able to move, you would eat better?
Hello,
How y'all doing?
and welcome back to another episode of my 600-pound podcast.
Today we are going to do Ashley T's episode.
Very infamous Ashley T. This is season 8, episode 15. This originally aired April 8th, 2020, just a few months after Ashley's infamous appearances on MTV's Catfish.
She did 2 episodes of Catfish.
Yeah, 2 different episodes of Catfish. It was Catfish season 8. I can't remember the exact episode numbers. I know one was episode 1 and another episode was like several episodes later. But those episodes aired in January and March of 2020. And this episode came out April 2020.
So we get started and Ashley pretty much says that her second addiction is catfishing people while her first addiction is food. And it pretty much starts immediately in the bathroom.
Yes, the episode immediately starts with Ashley sitting on the toilet.
Nice bathroom. Cute,
Cute,
I thought.
decorated bathroom.
I liked her apartment.
Yeah, the apartment was very cute. Like really nice, very clean, but
Yeah.
not a whole lot of stuff in it.
No,
It honestly looked like she just moved in.
Yeah, not a lot going on in there.
No. When we were watching the episode, someone pointed out to us that there looked like a bunch of pills in the bathroom,
Yeah, all the
in the windowsill.
prescription-
All the not pills, but like the prescription papers.
nicely laid out. So that's a lot of prescriptions.
Yes, a lot of prescriptions. So we open the scene to Ashley sitting on the toilet, getting ready for her shower.
And her weight is unknown at this point.
Yes, she's 24 years old and she lives in Temple, Texas. Which, isn't that where Lacey was dropped off
It was.
and abandoned?
It was where she got dropped off and abandoned with like her 5 suitcases.
Oh my God. So this is season 8. Oh, interesting. Ashley was on season 8 of My 600-Pound Life and season 8 of Catfish. Interesting. But Lacey was season 10.
Yeah.
So Lacey came way after. But Lacey should have given Ashley a call and been like, hey, girl, come pick me up. I was just abandoned here in Temple, Texas.
They could have gotten together and like hung out.
They really could have.
Yeah.
I don't understand. They'd be BFFs.
Be roommates.
Just kidding. Oh, gosh.
okay.
So we get a shower scene, of course, with Ashley.
She's like, my arms hurt, my legs hurt, her back hurts. everything
Laundry
hurts.
list of pain
Yeah.
problems. Ashley says she lives alone. She says it's hard for her to shower as well as just do daily things. She says she can't reach all her folds. That was one thing that stood out to me. In her bedroom, there's a naked mattress
On the floor.
on the floor. Mattress on the floor.
No sheets.
No sheets.
Like, put the sheets on. I don't know.
Yeah.
She gets up and she moves around and it's like, can't you just put the sheets
Yeah,
on? Like,
and
that cannot be comfortable.
Compared to other patients on the show, she doesn't look as big.
She doesn't.
No, she really doesn't. And especially with her living on her own and being able to do all these things by herself, I'm like, girl, I think you can get a fitted sheet on there.
Yeah.
Did you also notice the door in her bedroom?
The door? Like,
Yeah.
like an outside
Yeah, an outside door with like a window and a deadlock on it.
That's weird. Maybe that's like to the backyard, like to her ensuite backyard patio. I don't know.
Girl, this is Temple, Texas. I don't think it's anything that fancy.
Yeah.
So Ashley starts discussing her life and her childhood. Ashley says food is an addiction.
Yeah, so she pulls out the food. She's making some eggs. She's got some breakfast food. She's got some donuts.
Those donuts look so good,
They
though.
look really good. Like those chocolate sprinkle donuts.
Oh my God, the rainbow sprinkle one.
Yeah.
Oof. And they looked like they were still fresh.
Mm-hmm,
Like
they did.
they were like still like moist.
They looked
I hate
so
that word,
good.
but like they looked like
New,
good.
like
New.
good.
Yes.
They weren't like a day old.
No. She says she uses food to get through all struggles in life, like sadness, depression, boredom, and being alone. Girl,
You can't be alone?
Sadness and depression, sure. Yeah, those are struggles. But boredom and being
Boredom?
alone? Well, being alone can be hard. But like boredom, get a hobby.
Yeah, get some hobbies.
Get some hobbies, girl. I mean, she's got a hobby. A very taxing hobby.
Yeah, the catfishing is takes a toll, takes a lot out of her.
Takes a huge toll. Ashley says while eating this gigantic breakfast, she says that childhood was hard. She lived with her mom and grandma, and she never knew her dad.
Yep, she was an only child, but she grew up in a loving environment, but her mom does have epilepsy.
And she says, my mom was born with epilepsy and is crippled. And I'm like,
Choice of words.
choice of words. An interesting choice of words. She says her mom would have seizures and she was scared to lose her mom. When she was 3 years old, she was diagnosed with type 2 diabetes. Her grandmother was a nurse and worked 2 jobs. This poor grandmother.
Right.
She's got to take care of her daughter who has epilepsy, and she's got to take care of her granddaughter who's got type 2 diabetes at 3 years old.
Yeah. Oh, and when in kindergarten, she was already 100 pounds.
So kindergarten, isn't that like 5 or 6 years
I think
old?
so, yeah.
God, can you imagine a 100-pound 5 or 6 year old kid running at you, chasing you down the street?
That's
Shit.
so much.
That's a lot.
Yes, that's a lot.
Oh my God. So Ashley says since her grandma worked 2 jobs and her mom was pretty much like
I guess bedbound?
bedbound, maybe.
I don't know.
What kind of disability her mom has other than the epilepsy. But she said she had free range of the house and she was able to eat whatever she wanted.
That's not good.
She says her best memories of her and her mom are going to fast food restaurants.
Yeah, and she said by the time she was 7, she was 200 pounds.
Holy shit. That means she gained 100 pounds in like 2 years.
That's for like a baby.
For a child. A small aged child. Ashley says food is her only friend. It's her only outlet. Her things in life kept going wrong. And at this point, I'm like, what do you mean kept going wrong? Because
You're 7.
Yeah. And also, she says she grew up in a loving home. She has her mom and her grandmom. So I'm like,
I think this might have been when they found out that they took there was a family friend.
yes.
And they took a DNA test and found out that was her father. It's like the family friend, like, wouldn't your mom have already maybe known?
Oh, I'm sure her mom had like suspicions that this family friend was the father, but it was confirmed through a DNA test.
Yes.
And then once it was confirmed, he cut ties.
Yikes.
That's horrible.
That's pretty bad.
Okay, there's where it kept going wrong. That's horrible. And then Ashley said and then the next thing went wrong. One of her neighbors hurt her. And instantly I'm like, oh gosh, here it comes.
Yeah.
Trigger warning, sexual abuse. She said he would tell her to come over and get cookies.
And then, like, he had, like, a wife at home, I think, too.
I think so, yeah.
And she said, one time he said, come over, I'll give you, like, cookies. And she went over, and the wife wasn't there.
And he ended up raping her.
Ugh.
Did she say how old she was?
She was under 10, I think.
Ugh.
Can you imagine?
Gross.
So,
I hate men.
yeah.
Ugh.
But he did go to jail, thank God.
Yes.
For, like, a long
God.
time.
She said she didn't talk about it until another victim came out and spoke about it. And that's when her mom and grandma said, did this guy ever hurt you? And she said yes. And then he ended up going to jail, which was awesome.
Yeah, thank God.
Thank God. She said after that, she went to food, and by 10 years old, she was 300 pounds. Her grandma tried the hardest to intervene. She, of course, then made ways to get around her grandma's rules.
Yeah, she would sneak food. Probably, like, hide it in her room or something.
Definitely. She said she was hungry all the time, and by high school, she was 400 pounds. The bullying got so bad that she just stayed home. She became a homebody, and then at 16 years old, her mom had a seizure and fell out of a chair. And then her mom needed long-term care and is still in a nursing home, and that was about 10 years ago.
When she graduated high school, she was 500 pounds, and that's kind of when she started the catfishing, I think.
Goodness gracious. Yeah, 500 pounds at graduation and 20 years old. Her grandma was diagnosed with cancer, and unfortunately, her grandma passed away before her 21st birthday.
Yeah, and she said the night her grandma died, she, like, got a bunch of comfort food, like pizza and, like, chicken wings.
Got, like, a whole bunch of different fast foods throughout the night.
I guess to cope.
She said she had to move out of her grandmom's home, and then she moved in with a random man. He was abusive and called her fat. She says he was a feedie.
Gross.
Feedee. So basically a feeder.
The feederism stuff. That's so weird.
Ugh. How awful. This poor girl.
I know. Jesus.
So once she left him because of the abuse, she went to a shelter. She changed her number to get rid of him. Good for you, girl. And then she was in a room with 4 other people. And at first I was like, oh God, where is this going? But then she said she made friends. Things were getting better, but she couldn't work because of her weight.
Yeah, so she got disability.
And then once she got on disability, she got a place of her own.
And that's where she's been since.
Yes.
So like 3 years.
Yeah. She's been there a couple years now. She says her closest friends are her neighbors, Quentin and De'Ara.
Yeah.
She says they help her a lot.
Oh, they help a lot.
A lot. We see a lot of Quentin and De'Ara this episode. So this opening scene too, Ashley's on her phone ordering food. We were trying to figure out which chicken place this was.
Yeah, I couldn't figure it out.
I couldn't figure it out either. She got a whole box of chicken. She says her weight is unknown. She knows it's out of control and she feels trapped in body and house.
Yeah, but that food looks really good. That mashed potatoes and
Those biscuits looked
they
so
look
good. It almost looked like we were trying to figure out if it was Popeyes or KFC, but the logo on the box was all blurred, but it looked blue.
Yeah, I have no idea
It's
what
got to
that
be
was.
something local to Texas. then.
Yeah, maybe we should Googled the hometown for chicken places.
Yes, and
Takeout.
look up chicken places. Oh, that looked so freaking good. She said she needs to change everything from food to profiles from catfishing. She says she recently got called out for catfishing, aka Catfish, a la Neve and Cammy. I thought it was Neve and Max at first. I got all excited,
No, I
but
think
no.
he had been gone by this point.
Yeah, by season 8, Neve, or not Neve, Max has been gone. I do like Cammy though,
She was
as another
nice,
host.
yeah.
I really like Cammy.
I also did you see her blankets, the tie blankets, the blankets where you like tie 'em?
Yes.
The 2 different ones. I saw she had a bunch of those. I was
Yeah.
like, oh, cute.
Honestly, those blankets are so fun to make.
I love making them.
When you just get the 2 cute like fleece fabrics and you tie them, the tie blankets,
Yeah.
those are so fun to make.
Yeah.
So once she got called out for catfishing on Catfish, she says she owned up to it the best way she could. Her family found out and it was an embarrassment to them. She doesn't talk to most of her family now because of the catfishing scandal.
Yes.
She said she had no idea the effect it would have on her family and that it's extremely hard to stop catfishing. She says she's addicted to it, but the most important addiction is eating.
Yes. So we get to month 1. We are at Dr. Now's.
She says she started working on losing weight the past few weeks to show Dr. Now how serious she is.
She doesn't know her starting weight though.
She doesn't, but she claimed she was 630 pounds at one point.
But she's like, oh, I've been losing weight, so he's going to approve me. And I'm like,
We'll see about that.
Yeah.
So her neighbors are driving her down. It's a 3 to 4 hour trip. And she says this is the longest trip ever. And I'm like, girl, look at Lacey.
Yeah. Some of these people
Lacey was abandoned in Temple, Texas.
some people are driving 5 days
Yeah. Stephen Asante drove all the way down from Rhode Island.
to Texas.
That's freaking nuts.
And she's like 3 hours. is
3
so
hours.
long. I'm like,
Such a long trip.
girl.
I mean, for Quentin and De'Ara to drive a friend to a doctor's appointment, that's a long fucking trip.
Yeah, that's a long drive. I would be like, can you figure something else out?
And of course, doctor's offices aren't open on the weekends, so you know this is a weekday.
They had to take off work.
Yeah.
Oh my God, no. I'm sorry. I'm not taking off work. So you have to drive 3
Yeah.
hours and 3 hours back. 6 hours in a
Yeah.
car.
Yeah. And it's not confirmed if like Quentin and De'Ara are a couple or not, or if they're 2 separate neighbors that just live near her,
Yeah.
or if they're friends. I have no idea the relationship of
I don't
Quentin
know.
and De'Ara, but they both take her.
Yes. So it makes me think they are a couple.
Maybe.
Maybe.
I don't know. I don't know, man. So Quentin and De'Ara drive her to Houston, and 3 hours later they make it. When we were watching this, the car tires,
Oh,
I was watching them.
Yeah, they were getting pretty. That back half of that car was pretty weighed down. I felt really bad. I was like, damn. Because we don't see that car again. They get a
No,
new
we
car,
do not see that car again.
So I don't know if that had something to do with it.
Oh, God. The suspension might
don't
be
know.
in trouble here.
We don't know. We did not find out.
So Ashley says the last time she was weighed, she was 630 pounds. We'll see what she is today. And for her first weigh-in, Ashley is...
486.6 pounds.
Honestly, I'm shocked.
Yeah, same. I was like, oh, wow. So she's already lost like a good 150.
Yeah. If her starting weight was at
630.
630, like that's a huge drop.
Right?
That's a huge drop. Like, most of the time when we watch these episodes, these people are in the upper 500, upper 600 region. Like, they're up there. But for her to be only 486.
I was like, that's nothing.
I know.
I mean, it's something, but
that's a lot of weight, but also that's a lot less than normally what we see on the show.
Yeah.
So Ashley goes back by herself to the appointment. I guess the friends wait outside. And she tells Dr. Now she was 630 pounds before. She says when her grandma died, she went into a depression, and that's how she lost the 150 pounds, because she didn't eat. But didn't she say she got a whole bunch of fast food the night her grandma died?
Maybe after she didn't eat much.
Maybe? I don't know, man. I don't know. Something's not adding up here.
Yeah.
It's like, put that in the back burner for now. So Dr. Now says she has diabetes, she's taking high blood pressure medication, she has high cholesterol and migraines. And then he asks her, like, if she has a support system and, like, who does she lean on? She says she has a rocky relationship with her mom. She has a sister, but she does not communicate with the sister.
No.
She does not have a boyfriend, no support system. What about Quentin and De'Ara? They just drove you 3 hours.
Yeah, and you're going to say that's not my support system.
Fucking rude.
They're sitting in the car like, we got to drive her.
I can't stand people like that are like, I have no one. And meanwhile, they have friends.
Yeah, that's
like, are you fucking kidding? Shut up. You just want attention. I'm sorry. That's my biggest pet peeve when I see people online or on Facebook and they're like, I have no friends. I have no one. And they, like, several people comment and they're like, what are you talking about? You're like, you're my best friend.
Yeah.
We text every single day.
Who am I
Or
then?
a parent comments and it's like, what are you talking about? You have a whole family here to support you.
Yeah.
Like, I can't stand it. It's so attention seeking. I can't stand it.
So Dr. Now, she's like, she eats out a lot and she doesn't cook. She usually gets fast food, pizza or Chinese, because there's no one around her to tell her not to eat that stuff.
Right. I mean, that makes sense. Checks out, I guess.
She just hangs out. She just watches TV and she does social media stuff.
Dr. Now, of course, is like, what aren't you telling me? I feel like you're not telling me something. And that's when she goes, the catfishing.
Yeah. He's like, you haven't made eye contact with me. That was so weird.
I know. It's so bonkers. So bonkers. He asks her if she has a goal in life. She says no. Then he goes into, his basic, I'm going to put you on a 1,200 calorie a day diet, high protein, no carb. You should be losing 20 pounds a month. He wants her to get into therapy. She says, I don't want therapy. He asks again, is there anything else you haven't told me? He says, with the eye contact thing, he says, is that because you're a pathological liar or what?
He called her out immediately. He knew.
He knew instantly.
Maybe
he was like, something's not right.
Maybe he watches Catfish.
Maybe.
Probably knew.
Oh,
He's a big MTV person.
Maybe there's a producer on MTV that also produces TLC shows.
Oh,
and
probably.
maybe they gave him a heads up like, hey, we just did an episode on this girl. You're going to want to look into her. Like, here's like a preview of this season of Catfish. You can watch it.
Yeah.
I don't know. That'd be interesting. Because I'm sure when this was filmed, I'm assuming this all was filmed in 2019, long before Catfish had aired.
Probably.
Because they filmed for several months before they aired,
that's
obviously.
Right. Yeah.
So I assume this is all 2019, maybe 2018, 2019.
Her episode was when? Her Catfish?
Her episodes of Catfish aired in January and March of 2020. And this episode of My 600 Pound Life aired in April 2020.
Oh. So it might have been during this was all being filmed. At least one episode, probably.
That is true.
Damn.
That is true. She did, for the one episode of Catfish, she did fly out to LA.
Oh.
The first episode, she was on Catfish.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
I know. So maybe while she's doing My 600 Pound Life, she also had to have done Catfish at the same time.
Yeah. And she's like, oh, no, I'm not making eye contact just because I'm nervous.
Dr. Now has a lot of concerns about her. He wants to get all her records to see if she was ever at 630 pounds.
Yeah. And okay, so she's leaving the office, and she's taking a while to get out of this office. I'm like, where's this? Is she going the back way? It took her forever to walk through.
It took her forever to get out. I know, like it looks like a maze back there.
Like, what are you doing? They make it seem like the office is right there, but then they filmed her, and I was like, it's taking her like 25 minutes to get out of this office.
Oh my God, I know. She would like turn, and there's another hallway. And then she'd like turn another hallway.
Are you lost?
So she finally gets out to her friends.
It's nighttime. It took her
nighttime.
so long to get out of the office.
Jesus Christ. They ask Ashley how it went. Ashley says it went horrible. She says that the doctor did take it seriously and that he was negative. Girl, shut the fuck up.
You just relax.
I'm already annoyed with her.
So yeah, they drive, I guess, all the way back to Temple.
All the way back to Temple, Texas.
And the bed is now off the floor. So it was on the floor originally. She got like a little
bed frame?
Bed frame,
yeah. She got a bed frame and there's a fitted sheet on the mattress.
Yes.
Snaps for Ashley.
2 weeks after the appointment.
She's frustrated she didn't get the surgery immediately.
That never happens. Girl, watch an episode. You know that doesn't happen.
Exactly. Come on, girl. She says she read all the paperwork and thinks she can do it. Quentin pops in to check on her, and he says he's going to make her lunch. And then he hands her a prepackaged salad.
Yeah, didn't even open it.
Didn't even open it for her.
You made her. No, you didn't.
He didn't make her. He's like, "Oh, are you hungry? Let me get you something. Let me make you something.
Make you something." He hands her an unopened salad and a mango that's not even cut up. And I'm like, what do you mean make you a salad? Like, you didn't make anything.
Oh my God. She says she doesn't eat fast food anymore. She doesn't eat fried foods. And then she makes sure, though, she still has stashes of junk food around the house, but she hasn't touched it. Ashley, what the fuck?
Just throw it out.
Throw it out. I don't get it. She says she's been exercising and she's hanging out with Quentin, eating her salad on the couch. Quentin asks her if she wants ranch. And I'm like, Quentin, come on.
No, give her
Don't give her ranch. But Ashley says no.
Good for her.
Good for her.
Nice. The test.
That was a test and she passed.
All right, month 2. We're at the next appointment.
Yes.
And we have a weigh-in. She needs to be 466.
Yep.
She gets to
476. She lost 10 pounds. That was half of what she needed to lose, but hey.
Yeah, it's still 10
loss
pounds.
is loss, you know? In this scene, Ashley's shirt has holes in it, like it's covered in holes.
Oh, maybe that's a style.
Girl, that's not a style.
Never mind.
That's not a style. That looked like a really old shirt. And I think she's still wearing the same leggings.
Leggings.
These
gray ones.
The gray cloud looking ones.
Oh, yeah. She wore those a lot with the Nike slides.
She tells Dr. Now that she's been great. And it looks like she's looking at him directly in the eyes. Mm-hmm. She says she stopped eating out and drinking soda. She says she's been doing the exercises on the paper. But Dr. Now says, you're still eating 4,000 to 5,000 calories a day.
Yeah. I was like, geez, that's a lot of food.
That's a lot of food. He asks her to start therapy again, and she agrees.
Yeah.
Like, okay. I'm like, oh, okay. She was fighting it earlier. He says a normal human BMI is 18 to 25, and hers is 86.
Ooh, that's bad.
I don't get BMIs. Like, especially like for us, we're 5 feet tall. I think to be in the normal range, you have to be like 125 pounds.
Yes.
And I'm like, dude, are you fucking kidding me?
I mean, we're not like crazy off the BMI chart.
No,
but
not at all.
But also, like, I just feel like that seems so.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Like when I was at my heaviest, which honestly wasn't that insane. Like, technically, I was obese by the BMI scale, but I wasn't like
500 pounds.
No.
Yeah.
Or even like
honestly, anything
no.
crazy.
Like if when I was like a size 12 pant size,
that's considered
considered obese in my BMI.
My BMI is technically in the overweight range.
Yeah, so is mine right now, and I'm like,
I don't know.
God damn.
Yeah, I don't want to just come out and say my weight.
Oh, me neither. Also, at my skinniest, like I was still like 24.9, 25, which is technically overweight.
Yeah.
Which is like, I was skinny as fuck. I was like a size 6.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
It's so annoying that that's still considered overweight.
I hate it. I hate the whole system. So Dr. Now says he wants her to lose 40 pounds in 2 months to show her consistency and also to see if therapy can help her.
Yes. So she's disappointed. She didn't get surgery. And she's annoyed that she has to do therapy. But it's like, dude, Just try it out.
Just try it.
Also, it's kind of weird that they have her going to a therapist in Houston. Like, I assume she leaves the appointment and then just goes to a therapist.
Right to the therapy. Yeah. Because like, why wouldn't you try and find, she's 3 hours away.
Yeah, find somebody nearby.
Local.
Not somebody like near you.
Yeah, I don't get it. That was a little confusing. So she's going to therapy and I'm like, please, fingers crossed, be Lola or Paradise.
Yes.
Please. And look who we got. We got Miss Lola. Oh my gosh.
Lola Clay. She looks great.
She looks amazing. She's got this beautiful long black flowing hair that's like wavy.
I like how her office is themed like it's 2004 still.
Yes.
The decor is screaming like upper middle class house in 2005.
Yes. And her eyebrows also scream 2004.
Yes.
Her painted on brows. I love Lola. I will take no criticism on Lola. But the painted on eyebrows
You don't like
leave something to be desired.
Yeah, she needs to join 2024.
Stop it. So Lola jumps right in and is asking her about her family and her childhood. Ashley actually acknowledges the things she's done to hurt her family.
Yeah, she did.
She mentions the catfishing and how she went viral, and that's why family doesn't talk to her anymore. And then Lola starts calling them her alter ego and other personas.
Okay, I get multiple personalities.
I need multiple personalities, guys.
Yeah, and I don't know about that. Or what is it? It's
dissociative identity disorder, guys.
She said she had 3,000 personas.
3,000 different profiles she made.
She's got to have some kind of spreadsheet keeping track of all that.
How do you keep track of that? 3,000? Now, if this was a total over she says she's been doing this
Since 12 years old.
So maybe that's overall in her life, how many different profiles she's made. But I hope that's not active 3,000.
Yeah, that's a lot of passwords to remember.
Yeah, what the fuck?
How do you remember all that?
How many emails are you coming up with?
Oh my God, that's so many.
Lola asks what these personalities represent. She says some madness, sadness, and then Lola's let's get more specific. Give me some percentages. So she says 10% are madness, 50% represent sadness, and 1% is peace, and the rest is fear.
So we got 39% at fear.
Is it 39%?
Yes.
50, 60.
I'm bad at math.
I'm bad at math as well. That is 49.
Wow, yeah, that's why.
No, that's not 49. Is it 39?
39.
No, 49.
60?
No, 39.
39. Oh my God.
I can't do math.
I can't either.
Jesus Christ. Yeah. You were right.
Lola's like, maybe you need to write a real online description of yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're into month 3.
Mm-hmm.
Back in Temple,
Texas. Ashley said therapy is what she didn't want, but because it brought back a lot of feelings she didn't want to think about. And it's girl, that's kind of the point of therapy is to bring that stuff out so you can learn to deal with it. And next time, you have more emotions, you learn to deal with it in a healthy way. She said the appointment made her emotional and she was struggling more. She said she earned a little treat for taking good steps. And that's when we get a knock on the door.
And we're like, who's at the door?
Who's at the door? And you don't see anyone, but you hear, that'll be $44.33.
God, for a one pizza?
And it looked like 2 pizzas, a large and a medium.
$44 though?
$44 for 2 Domino's pizzas. They can blur that Domino's logo all they want, Megalomedia, but I know a Domino's logo when I see one.
Yeah, I was like, that's a lot of money, and this is what, 2020?
Yeah, that's 2020.
Why was that so
much? Or no, 2019, maybe.
Yeah, why was that so much money for those 2 pizzas?
It had to have been a large and a medium.
I thought it was a pizza and then breadsticks.
Oh, maybe. I don't know.
That was a lot of money.
That's a lot of freaking money. She says she's able to stop herself and say, that's enough for now from eating an entire pizza. I'm like, girl.
I don't know if I could even do that.
I know, right? I mean, I can't eat a whole pizza by myself.
No.
I will throw up. But Jesus Christ.
Jeez.
So we're at month 4.
Month 3 was very short. That was it. Month 3 was that pizza.
Yeah, month 3 was all about that pizza.
So month 4.
We're back at Dr. Now's and she is nervous.
She needs to be 436 pounds.
Mm-hmm. Quentin and De'Ara drove her again and they're coming into the appointment with her and her weight is 475.3 pounds.
So she lost a grand total of 2 pounds. We're missing a 0 there. It's but
Not looking good.
Not
looking
great.
good. Ashley's like, that can't be right.
It's like, I'm not sure about that.
We saw month 3. Oh my God. So Dr. Now comes into the room with Ashley, Quentin, and De'Ara, and Dr. Now's comb over like made an appearance.
Oh yeah, he had a massive landing strip on his head.
Oh my God, that poor man.
I was like, oh,
Ooh.
we're on TV. Okay.
Oh my goodness gracious.
That's fine.
So Dr. Now's like, oh, you brought friends. Who are your friends? And she goes, oh, this is Dee and Mac.
And I was like, who are Dee and Mac? I was like,
And I'm like, I'm pretty sure, well, De'Ara, that makes sense.
That makes
but
sense.
Mac out of Quentin?
I thought, yeah.
And at first I was like, wait a minute, maybe that's not Quentin. And I'm like, no, that's
him.
definitely Quentin.
Yeah.
With the nails and the ring. That's definitely Quentin.
And I was like, why are we now calling him Mac?
Yeah, what the fuck? So Ashley tells Dr. Now she's been exercising more and doing the diet. She cut out soda and her friends got rid of all her junk food.
It's like, oh, well, I've also been having issues with my mom. She's sick. It's like, I mean, she doesn't live with you, though.
Yeah.
She's in a home that's supposed to be taking care of her. I don't know the full story, but...
Dr. Now says you can eat healthy and do what you need to do with your mom.
Oh, Jesus.
Damn. Oh, my God.
What did she say? She also said nobody overate nothing or something like that?
Something like that. Like, nobody overate. And it's like,
She really is like, I just want that surgery.
Yeah, she just wants the surgery. Dr. Now asks her what her objective is with the program. If you're not even going to try to lose the weight, she says she just wants the surgery. She refused the lab work.
Weird.
And this is when we get into a whole thing.
Yeah.
So Ashley says she's going to have her people draw her blood because her veins are hard to find. Now, I get veins being hard to find might make some people a little bit nervous because when I've had my blood drawn, like usually it's a one poke and I'm done. But I know for other people, like they either have hard to find veins. I've seen some people when they get their blood drawn, they have these huge bruises.
Yeah, the bruises.
From people like moving the needle or poking multiple times. Now that is, to me, I don't like needles. I'm scared of needles, even though I have like 9 tattoos, but I'm still scared of needles. That sounds like a fucking nightmare. And I kind of get where she's coming from. But at the same time, it doesn't fucking matter who's drawing your blood.
Yeah. She's kind of insinuating that she doesn't trust them. And like, they're going to be doing this major surgery on you.
Yeah, they're going to have to stick an IV in her.
Get a little trust on them. Like, why are you even here then?
They're going to have to stick an IV in her anyway.
I know. And she's like, well, I have my lady that does my veins. And I'm like, you
know how
like,
some people have like a hair lady or a lash tech?
yeah.
She's got a blood lady.
She's got a blood work lady.
She's got a phlebotomist on standby.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
I have my lady.
Doctor now keeps telling her, you don't trust us to do your blood test, but you trust us to do weight loss surgery?
Yeah, dude, this is like way major than getting your blood drawn.
Oh my God. She's like, I'm not going to have a stranger draw my blood. She's getting real mad. And of course, Quentin and De'Ara just look so done with her.
They look so embarrassed. Like
they drove
down.
3 or 4 hours here with her. This is ridiculous.
And they gotta drive her back.
Yes. So while this is all going on, Ashley keeps making faces and the friends keep asking her, Quentin specifically keeps saying, don't do it, don't do it.
He's just like, oh God.
Basically telling Ashley not to go off. He's like, because Ashley's like, he's testing me. And all Dr. Now is saying is like, we need to draw your blood so we can like kind of get an idea of where your health is so we can move forward with the surgery or figure out if you have a thyroid problem or if you have other things going on. Like, they need to draw your fucking blood, you idiot.
Yeah, like even for surgery, to put you asleep, they're going to put an IV in you. And Quentin's like, please don't say anything dumb, please. I was like, this poor guy. He's like, please.
Oh my God.
So
Quentin's like,
awkward.
think before you speak.
Yeah, it's like, dude, this is so embarrassing for your two friends.
So embarrassing. I keep having to remind myself that she's only 24.
It's true.
Because I'm in my 30s now, but like 24 is so young looking back. And
It is.
you're so stupid at 24.
So
Like, your brain is not fully developed until you're like 25. But like the way Ashley is, she's just one of those people that's like, you're trying my nerves. You're trying my nerves.
it's like he's just asking some
He's
questions.
just asking
He's
some
asking
basic fucking questions.
that he has to ask.
Yes. And so he asks her again, how do you think weight loss surgery is going to help you? And she said, it's going to help me lose weight. Then he says, but how? And that makes total sense.
Yeah.
Some people think the surgery is like a quick fix.
No, it's really not. It doesn't make you lose weight. All it does is like slow your eating, but you can still overeat.
Yeah.
You have to fix overeating first.
Exactly. Otherwise, you're just going to go back into the same habits as before.
And it's just like going to be a massive like waste to get that surgery.
Yeah. Because then you're just going to go right home and just continue eating and overeating because you're not dealing with your emotional problems that are making you overeat or want to overeat or turn to food for comfort. Oh my God, this is so frustrating. Oh my God.
She's like, I'm ready to go. And then they like get up and I felt so bad. Her poor friends. Oh,
she says, I've been nothing but nice to your ass. Then she tells him to move or he'll be trampled.
Oh my God.
She calls him a miserable ass bastard.
Like, and like, they look so embarrassed. I felt so bad.
So she's in the car with her friends and they're just sitting in the parking lot. She's like yelling about Dr. Now and the blood draw thing. I have my people to draw my blood. I know my people to draw my blood. And it's like, girl, who gives a fuck?
Yeah, who cares? I mean,
who cares?
Yeah, maybe you have a lady that like can do it really quick or something, or like just once and
oh my God,
doesn't have to like do it twice.
No,
but
it's
like,
called her being a big fucking baby and wanting to do it her way.
But it's like, dude, just get over it. They're gonna have to like do it eventually when you get the surgery anyway. So just get over it. Like,
oh my God, this is so infuriating to watch. I'm so annoyed.
Yeah, so
I can't stand people like this. Oh my God.
Like,
so
suck it up.
We got a black screen with white words saying that Ashley's trying to calm herself down to go back inside the clinic. And honestly, I bet her friends probably pulled her aside and said, we drove 3 hours to drive you here. We took a day off work. They have kids.
Yeah, they have kids.
They have
too.
kids. And they're like, we got child or whatever. Like,
they can't come back.
No, this is ridiculous. She's wasting her friends' time.
She is.
And gas and just everything. It's so frustrating.
So they convinced her to get back inside the office, thank God.
Oh my God. Quentin looks so exhausted and fed up with Ashley. And then
she tells Dr. Now, I decided to give you one more chance. And I'm
bitch!
Like, I'm a girl, stop.
Are you for real? I can't.
She's like,
my God.
I know my veins. It's like,
I know my veins.
Oh my gosh.
Shut up, bitch. Then she's saying to Dr. Now, like, my friends have kids. This is wasting their time. And I'm like, no, you're wasting their time.
He's not wasting their time. You are.
Oh my God. She keeps making faces. Like, her face is going on a whole journey in this part. He's like, Dr. Now is basically talking to her and explaining to her like this whole process of the importance of everything. And she's making all these stupid ass faces as if what Dr. Now is saying is so unbelievable and so just insane.
It's so goofy. Also, when she went on about like, I come to you in the strip mall.
When she said, I come to this strip mall to see you.
I was like, ooh, strip mall. I mean, she's not wrong technically.
She's not wrong. It is a strip mall. But, oh my God. Damn. It's like she's trying to insult him a little bit.
I'm like, this is a doctor. But like, you can't, like, I mean, come on, dude. He's a doctor with a TV show. It's really hard to insult somebody like that.
Ashley tells him that my mom doesn't even talk to me the way you're talking to me. No one talks to me that way. And she goes, no offense, but you've been an asshole.
Like, no, he hasn't. He's just asking, honestly, not even that crazy of questions.
No!
Just like, hey, like, you're overeating, right? And she's like so mad.
She's so mad. She tells him not to get loud with her. And then he says, Dr. Now says, you're okay to use the F word and walking out and you think I'm loud with you. And she's like, you're being loud right now. I'm 2 feet away and you're being loud right now.
He really wasn't.
Ashley. No, he's not.
He's not. He's really not.
You can barely hear Dr. Now most of the time.
You're here using the F word. She's like, wow, you're being really loud right now.
I know. He says, this is reality. You are not a candidate for weight loss surgery because you don't have the right attitude, which is 100% true.
Yeah, and then she busts out a lot of sarcasm. He's like, I feel like you're being sarcastic. It's like, yeah, she is.
Yeah, of course she is. She's being extremely sarcastic and extremely rude and just acting like a complete dick. She's making faces the whole time. And then her two friends are sitting there like...
so embarrassed looking.
What
they
the
look
fuck?
so... Like, What was her name?
De'Ara?
De'Ara is just like looking at the
She
floor.
doesn't even say a
I
word.
felt so bad for her. She looked so upset.
She looks so angry. And then Ashley has the nerve to say, I'm coming here after work. And I'm like, after work? You said you don't work.
Yeah, I was like,
She's
what
on disability. What work is she talking about? Unless she's talking about De'Ara and Quentin's work schedule.
I think she's talking about her catfishing job, getting the 3,000 personas.
Jennifer.
Filling out the spreadsheets of all of them.
I mean, you know what? If she's got 3,000 online personas, that is a full-time job.
Yeah, that's a full-time position. That's social media. That's like, honestly, like probably 3 social media positions.
She's like, I've been working all day telling these 30-year-old men that I'm in love with them and that I want to have kids with them. I want to move in with them.
You know how hard it is to keep 20 million stories straight? Do you know the mental gymnastics I have to go through? Keeping all these profiles in order and in line. All the passwords to remember.
We probably didn't even see her whole setup. Maybe she's got like a whole like office where she's got like 3 monitors.
Like 26 cell phones.
I know.
All these different Instagram accounts. Oh my God. I have to log
She's
in.
got an Excel spreadsheet.
Logging in and out of like 2 Instagram accounts. I'm like, oh my God, this is such a pain in the ass. She's got 3,000 Instagram accounts she's got to log in and out of. Can you imagine the mental toll that takes on someone?
The mental and physical toll. So Dr. Now tells her to take therapy seriously and that she needs to lose 40 pounds over the next 2 months.
And then she finally admits she does overeat.
Finally, after how long have they been in here? Finally, she admits to overeating.
And her friends are like, we are going to start cooking this food and we are going to watch her eat it.
Quentin keeps saying, we're going to have to watch her ass.
Yeah.
And I'm like, they might as well just adopt her as another child at this point.
That sucks.
They're doing so much. Dr. Now tells her to continue to be honest about her eating habits so they can actually get to the root of this issue so she can get the fucking surgery. Oh
yeah,
my
he's
God.
going to give them all copies of the book and the diet plan.
Thank God.
Yeah. Oh my God.
So it's nighttime and they're finally leaving. And I'm like,
are they going back to Temple?
I think so.
Or no. Do they get a hotel? How are they seeing Lola?
Oh, wait, that's right.
Lola's in Houston.
Oh, unless they just go right to Lola afterwards.
Okay, I think that's what they do.
Maybe.
Emergency appointment with
Emergency appointment with Lola.
After hour appointment.
Oh my God. So Lola tells Ashley again to create a truthful profile. And then Ashley's like, this is hard. I've created thousands of profiles. Bitch, oh my fucking God.
Just make one of yourself. How hard is that?
So we're back in Temple, Texas. Quentin comes over and Ashley says she's nervous to create a profile. So he's helping her make a new Instagram profile. They blurred out Instagram, but I knew what it was.
Yeah, you can obviously read it.
Quentin goes to take a picture of Ashley on the couch.
He was about to do her so dirty. I was like, Quentin, in this angle. And she was like leaning back. And he's like taking all these awful photos of her.
Horrific angles. She's laid back on the couch. And it's like, oh my God, she just has this miserable face on.
I was like, delete them.
Delete that, please.
So
At least
bad.
get her to pose first.
Right? And then she finally got some really cute pictures. I'm like, thank God.
Yeah, like she actually sat up off the couch, made some cute smiles, whatever.
Because
poses.
I guess he didn't even give her a second to like smile, or he just started taking photos.
Started taking photos.
What are you doing?
Well, he's a man. He doesn't know how to take photos.
He has no idea.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Gosh.
So Ashley says that Lola gave her a task of being more social. So Ashley goes to her local gym to do a boxing activity class.
We got what's his name?
Alonzo, the boxing instructor.
Yeah. She also is like, I want to know how to defend myself too, so we're killing a lot of birds with a stone.
She said, we're killing a lot of birds here, a lot of birds with a lot of stones.
We're killing a lot of birds. I'm like, we're killing like one bird.
What? You're killing one bird. Just by doing the boxing. It's funny that Ashley's talking about how like this is for her to be social. She barely talked to Alonzo. Alonzo barely talked to her. She just did a couple of punches and kicks, and that was pretty much it. I don't think and then she dipped the fuck out of there real quick.
Yeah, hopefully they filmed a lot more than just the little clip we get.
I know. So Ashley gets into a car. I think this is her car because she gets in the driver's seat.
Like she's driving a car. I'm like, whose car is this?
Whose car is this?
She could have been driving herself this whole time. The car looks pretty beat though.
I know they did a zoomed in shot of like that front tire where like the whole bumper's all fucked up and the license plate is hanging on by one screw.
I'm like, God damn, they really want to do her dirty. They're like,
doing her so
zoom
dirty.
in on this fucked up car. I was like, why?
So why isn't she driving herself then to Dr. Now if this is her car?
I don't know.
I don't get it, man. Unless she's like telling her friends, "Oh, you guys have to drive me."
I don't know. That was weird.
God,
I mean, you
I
have
hope
a
not.
car the whole time?
The whole time?
So we get to
We're
month 5.
month 5. They're playing some real dreary music here.
Yeah, I thought something bad was about to happen.
know.
Like, oh my God, did her mom die?
So nervous. And then her overlaying speak is like, past month has been really good.
Like
the next thing of Lola's advice is to reach out to family. And I'm like, what the fuck is this sad ass music for?
I thought someone died.
I did too.
Oh my God.
Jesus Christ. So she's at like this like milkshake type bar with Quentin. Really cute.
Yeah, I was like, is this a bakery? I have no idea.
I couldn't tell. But they both get milkshakes
Or they
or
got
smoothies, whatever. And Quentin has like this big piece of cake. And I'm like, this looks really cute and I would love to go there. But I don't think Ashley needs this right now, Quentin.
No.
That's not being very supportive. Quentin is taking her there to try to take her mind off things. Ashley said she talked to her mom and her mom is understanding. She says, Ashley says to Quentin, I was dealing with my shrink Lola. I'm like, okay, dealing, shrink,
Dealing.
Why do you got to say you got to deal with her? My
Yeah,
God.
she's there to help you.
Jesus Christ.
She also said she was trying to make amends with her aunt, but her aunt was not answering the phone.
Ooh.
It's like, oof.
Yikes. Quentin says he's impressed with Lola because Ashley is scared to go out, but Ashley's starting to go out and she's trying to make amends with family. So Quentin is very impressed with Lola. Originally, Ashley said she was scared to go out because she thinks someone is after her.
Yeah, because she's got 3,000 profiles. She's got 3,000 people after her.
She knows Neve is after her ass.
Yeah.
So they get back in the car and Quentin is, of course, driving. This is his car. And Ashley gets in the back seat.
I was like, what are you doing? Get in the front seat.
She's treating him like he's her driver.
I was like, okay.
Like, okay.
I don't know.
So we are at month 6.
We're back at Dr. Now.
Quentin and De'Ara are with her, and Ashley is sitting there with them in the waiting room with her mouth hanging open.
No.
And her tongue is doing this weird Jabba the Hutt thing where like her mouth is open.
Like a snake.
Her tongue is inside her mouth, but her tongue is moving in a really weird way.
What was she doing?
She's completely zoned out. It's like,
Yeah, what was it? That was so weird.
it looked just like Jabba the Hutt, not because of her weight, but the mouth
tongue.
thing she was doing. That's the same fucking mouth thing that Jabba the Hutt does.
It's like, there's something about that office where people's mouths just fall open.
Like when we did Nicole's episode with Nicole's fiance Charlie.
He couldn't keep his mouth shut. There's
He
like
couldn't
something
keep
in
his
the
mouth
air.
shut. It was just hanging open there.
God, we are really mean.
At the last weigh-in, she was 475, and she needs to be at 435. Her current weight is
469.4.
she lost 6 pounds,
Yikes.
total of 17.
Oh, and it's been 6 months.
6 months.
That's
And
really
Ashley
bad.
says, I lost almost 20 pounds, and that was the goal.
Not in 6 months.
It was 20 pounds in 1 month, not 20 pounds in 6 months.
Yeah, that's not
She
gonna
should be
fly.
losing 20 pounds a month. And at 6 months, that's what? What's 20 times 6? Help me out here. Basic
120.
math. Thank you. Duh. Jesus
Yeah,
Christ.
her friend De'Ara
De'Ara. Yeah.
looks fucking devastated.
Oh,
I cannot imagine. That sucks.
that I feel so bad for her friends. They've been doing so much for
I
her.
know.
So Dr. Now got her previous records.
Oh, yeah, that was...
So in the beginning of the episode, Ashley was claiming that she was 630 pounds at her highest.
And she tried to get like surgery at another clinic she had to go to.
And they weighed her. And 3 years ago, Ashley was 449 pounds. And then at another weigh-in 3 years ago, she was 477 pounds.
So she really hasn't like moved at all.
No, she's been in that same
kind of
450 to 500 bracket for the last 3 years.
So the truth came out.
The truth came out, which granted, she's maintained. Like she hasn't hit over 500, which is great, but she also hasn't lost anything. She's still in that like 450 to 500 range. Like for the past 3 years. And she was like, no, I was 630 pounds. It's
Show
like,
us the proof. Where are the records?
Because that's going from 630 to 485 is a lot of weight.
It's great if it was true.
Yeah.
We don't know if it's true.
But no, and I don't think it is. I think this girl's a pathological liar. She's got 3,000 online personas, which also don't think it's 3,000. There's no fucking way. It's probably 300.
Yeah.
Like, who has the time
to do all that?
Okay.
Also, exactly 3,000?
Doubt it.
Yes.
I think she's a chronological liar. Is it chronological?
I don't think it's chronological.
I don't think that's right. Anyway, she's a freaking liar. She lies all the time. She can't keep shit straight. There's no way she's got 3,000 profiles. You know what? Hell, maybe 30 profiles. Who fucking knows?
Maybe that.
She's nuts. I'm sorry, but this girl she doesn't know what reality is. No. I don't think she knows what reality is.
So they finally are like, Dr. Now does convince her, hey, like, we're gonna take your blood work right now.
Yeah.
Sorry, you gotta use Our Lady. But
yep. And Ashley, totally fine with it.
Oh, yeah.
Doesn't even put up a fight. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? After all that bullshit?
Yeah. All that was for nothing.
You know what? I bet Quentin and De'Ara must have given her a talk beforehand and said, you know what? You better. Like, you know how a parent does when they're like, when we get in there, you better be on your best behavior.
Yeah, because they're probably fucking sick of driving her to Houston, Texas. This is what, the 30th time?
Oh my
I don't know how
God.
many times.
They're like, I'm sick of her ass.
I'm sick of her ass.
So, is it Keela?
The nurse?
The medical assistant, is doing the blood work.
Yes.
And Ashley, of course, is pointing out her veins to the medical assistant.
Yeah,
it's like, Jesus Christ. She popped it in so easy.
I know.
She got 2 tubes so quickly. Like, come on, girl.
They made sure to show us that.
I know, they did. So Dr. Now says, it's good you're finally cooperating with us.
Jesus.
But Ashley has nothing life-threatening going on in her blood. She still needs to lose at least 20 pounds a month. So, of course, same goal, lose 40 pounds over the next 2 months and to continue therapy. Ugh.
So we get back to Lola.
Back to Lola. Ashley's still wearing the same cloud pants with the same Nikes.
I mean, if you've got a look and it works, why change it?
Why change it? Lola has the same long wavy hair. This might be one of my favorites from her.
Yeah,
like the Beyonce wig.
Yeah.
Very cute. I like it. And Lola's eyebrows are again painted.
It's fine.
It's fine.
I did not like her rug, though. Did you see her rug in her office?
No, I didn't check the rug.
It was one of those weird rugs that's made out of tassel-y fabric, like a ton of different pattern fabric. It looks like trash. I was like, what's all that trash on the floor? And I'm like, oh, wait, that's her rug.
Oh, that's the rug.
I was like, oh, that's weird.
Oh, my God.
But we do get into Lola, like, yeah, I went over my notes from last time. And girl, you got some stuff going on.
That's not funny.
No,
That's not funny. But no, seriously, Lola says she has major depressive disorder and borderline personality disorder.
Which makes a lot of sense.
Makes a lot of fucking sense.
And that she is going to need routine therapy
On a regular basis.
Yeah, which, I mean, she should take it. If it's going to help her.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, and she got a little rude. She was like, oh, well, if I don't get the surgery, this would have all been a waste. And I'm like, don't say that she's wasting your time.
Right. Lola says to her, a little self-introspection will go a long way in helping you develop the emotional depth and the empathy and remorse to help you navigate your journey.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's what Ashley needs to fucking hear.
Yeah.
She needs to fucking self-introspect. Look at herself.
Yeah,
Girl's a hot fucking mess.
She's a big mess. Like, get rid of the catfishing stuff. Apologize to your family.
God. Put the Instagram away.
Yeah, log off social media for a while.
Yeah.
Like a detox.
Part of me thinks, is she chronically online? Do you think? Ashley?
She didn't say she has multiple personalities. So
No, she didn't. That is true. And it's not like she was diagnosing herself off of a TikTok.
This is pre-TikTok also.
Yeah, that is true. Well, no, this is the height of, or no, when TikTok started to get really big.
Okay.
2019, 2020.
I don't know.
Ashley says some of that was shocking to hear from Lola. She says she's known about the depression, but not the personality disorder. Girl, are you fucking kidding me? Look in a goddamn mirror. Are you kidding me?
She didn't want to self-diagnose.
Oh my God. So she gets back in the car with Quentin and De'Ara and they drive on back to fucking Temple, Texas.
And then she gets home. She goes for a walk in the park.
She's wearing different pants.
Yeah. And she's like, I think I'm finally going to commit to everything to die.
Finally.
Emotional work. And I'm
Girl.
like, yeah, maybe you should have committed 6 months ago, but
Jesus
it's
Christ.
never too late to start.
Never too late. Jesus Christ. She says she's going to continue meeting with Lola and continue working on her journey.
Good. Nice.
Yeah, nice. That was 6 months.
See, it was quick.
That was quick.
No wonder that felt so short.
They probably also had to end it maybe because of COVID. Who knows?
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Maybe. I don't know. This is towards the end of season 8. Yeah, so we also watched a little bit of Catfish to try and see like some of the similarities.
So, yeah. Oh, yeah. The first episode of Catfish definitely, I think, was before because her hair was different.
Yes. Her hair was in 2 very long braids. Yes. And she flew out to LA to do it.
To do the show.
Yeah, which is fucking nuts. Ashley was extremely rude to Cammie. She said she only will talk to Neve. She called Cammie the help.
That was so rude.
That was so fucking rude and so just fucked up as a black woman to call another black woman the help.
Yeah, I was
Like, what the fuck are you doing?
Right? I was like, and she didn't even do anything to you.
No.
She was just asking, oh, like, it's your first time in LA. She's like, that's what I said. They're like, they're making small talk.
Yeah.
Actually, they're just.
She's so mean.
She came out guns blazing.
Ugh. Ashley says she was married, but she's not married anymore.
And she said she got divorced. I'm assuming that was that first guy that she
that
lived
was
with?
the abusive guy, yeah. And Ashley says she's been making fake profiles since she was 12 years old.
Yes.
Jesus Christ.
And it was like a woman she was catfishing, I think.
Yeah, she was catfishing a woman who was gay.
And she's like, well, I'm not gay. And the woman's like, well, I am.
I'm gay as fuck.
Yeah, and it's like, why were you catfishing?
Then why were you catfishing another woman?
What are you doing?
I think Ashley just needs attention and she'll get it from literally anyone.
Yeah.
But then Ashley tried to be like, it's the other girl's fault. And was like, well, you came on to me. You came on to me.
Yeah, you came in
and the
my
girl was
DM.
like, no, I came on to the fake name, the profile. I thought I was talking to this person.
Right.
And it's like, Ashley is so out of her mind.
Yeah, she's the delusion is in the house.
Yeah. So then towards the end of season 8 of Catfish, we get another case where Ashley is catfishing another person. This time it's a guy named Gemini.
Yeah. And this episode, she had the same exact hair she had in My 600 Pound Life.
And the same pants and the same Nike slides.
Yes. So this was definitely filmed, I think, the same time the show was filmed.
Now, I don't know where they filmed that episode because we didn't watch the whole thing. We just watched that quick little scene.
We just watched a clip.
Yeah, but Ashley was wearing the same pants, same hairstyle. She, of course, meets Neve and Cammie again. She's very rude to them. She said it happened and it was a joke. But apparently she was talking to that guy for 7 years.
She led this guy on for 7 years. Like, you gotta be not all there.
Seriously mentally ill.
Yes.
Like, that's seriously mentally ill. So they bring Ashley into, like, the larger hotel space, not like a room,
like
but it's like a conference room where the person from episode 1 of Catfish was in there, Red, the first girl she catfished.
Yes.
And there's 2 other friends in there
that we
of
didn't
Ashley's.
see.
No, I was kind of hoping it would be De'Ara and Quentin. That would have been like eye-opening.
That would have been cool, but it's not.
No.
It's 2 other friends.
2 other friends, Mika and Derek.
Yes.
And then Mika is the one friend that talks and says she's like a big sister to Ashley and all this stuff. And I'm like, where are these 2 friends?
They were probably done with her after Catfish.
Honestly, Ashley's one of those friends where I would honestly not want to be friends with her.
Yeah.
She's like, does not seem like a good, healthy person to be around.
Yeah, and especially if she like messes with the wrong person, I wouldn't want to be involved. It's like, scary. I don't know.
Like, I don't get it. But Ashley just yells and then she storms out.
What a mess.
What a mess. This is a mess of an episode. I feel like she went nowhere, literally nowhere.
Yeah, unfortunately. Nothing really happened.
Nothing happened.
It was only 6 months, too.
Yeah. Only 6 months out of this episode.
weird, which is really weird. But it's probably the COVID thing, I think.
Possibly.
Or maybe they were just like, you're not getting anywhere. We got to cut this off.
Honestly, though, I'm just surprised that they even took her on because I thought, well, I don't know. This might be kind of fucked up to say, but I always thought it was more like the 500, 600 pound range plus, not like the 400-pound range.
We don't know her height.
Oh, that's true.
So if she was like 4'9", that's like the equivalent.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
But they also were probably like, oh, she's been on Catfish. We gotta
lock this shit in.
Yeah, we gotta get this girl on here.
Right. I don't know. She's a hot mess. She's weird. She needs some serious mental health help.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hopefully she gets it.
I was trying to find her on social media. I couldn't find anything about her. I was looking up our old, like, current news on her. The most current thing I could find was this article from Yahoo from fall of 2023 that said basically same thing. No one's been able to find her on social media.
Maybe she deleted everything finally.
Maybe. I mean, she's probably got fake profiles still out. I mean, honestly, if this is an addiction she's had since she was 12, I mean, she's probably still doing it.
That sucks.
Yeah. But at the end of the article, it did say that sometime in 2021, somehow Ashley was, I don't know if she was seen somewhere or what, but she was supposedly linked to this guy named Jerry. And I was like, Jerry. And then it says the same Jerry that was dating Tammy Slayton from 1,000 Pound Sisters.
Oh, the feeder guy.
Yes. That real skinny guy who was like real creepy and wanted to keep Tammy fat.
Ew. Gross. Hopefully that she didn't actually like date that guy.
Oh my God. I hope not.
Yeah. Yikes.
Big fucking yikes. Anyway, this episode was so infuriating to watch. I mean, it was still entertaining because, like, the way she was arguing with Dr. Now, but it didn't go anywhere. She didn't go anywhere. It was just so frustrating to watch.
Yeah.
Just like this person who's like such a fucking liar just drove me nuts.
Yeah, nothing really happened, honestly.
Ugh. Just an infuriating episode to watch. If I thought Lisa was infuriating, this was like, ugh.
I think Lisa made me more angry. She was meaner to more people.
True.
Yeah.
True. Yeah. Lisa was meaner. Yeah. But Ashley's a mess. Hopefully she's getting help and hopefully she's able to, I don't know, do something with her life.
Yeah. She's young. She'll do something. She's a little young.
She's on the younger side, so fingers crossed. The new season of Where Are They Now is coming out soon, and I'm kind of hoping she's on it.
That would be nice.
That would be cool to see an update of where she is. I got to look and see if I don't think she ever was on an update of Where Are They Now.
I have no clue.
I have no clue either. We really got to we got to look that up.
Okay. Thank you guys for listening.
Yeah, thanks for listening. Until then, we'll see you next time.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye. Thanks for listening to this episode of My 600 Pound Podcast. You can find us on Instagram at My 600 Pound Pod or Facebook on My 600 Pound Podcast discussion group. And don't forget to leave us a review on Apple and Spotify.